Hi guys, I just wanted to do a really quick DIY on what to do with an old t-shirt, an old favorite t-shirt. My friend had brought me a sack of her old clothes over, wanted me to, have a chance to go through them before she donated, and then told me, to make projects out of, do whatever I wanted, cut up the shirts, whatever I wanted, or if I wanted any of the shirts, keep them. And in there was one of her apparently favorite old t-shirts. She has this thing for Wizard of Oz, and she always has Wizard of Oz stuff around her. So this obviously was one of her really old t-shirts. And the front of it up here was pretty messed up, and it had just been, it was ready for the rag bag, basically. So what I did was, without telling her I was going to do this, I cut the bottom off in two strips. And this was about this wide, and the same with this one, it's about double that. And I'm using those two strips as the handles. So of course I just fold it right sides together and sew all along till I come back to this little spot, leave an opening. Pop that inside, right side out. Pop out your corners nice and neat. Do it for both. So these handles were the bottom of the shirt. And then of course the shirt is sewn. Turn it right sides together, turn it inside out, I'm sorry, and sew up the bottom of it so that you have a nice bottom to your bag. Now, the neckline on hers was pretty messed up, plus I wanted it a little bit bigger for the shopping part, because when you go to put your groceries in, you want kind of a nice big hole here, but I still wanted some stability. So all I did was cut the sleeves off. And then I left the original collar on. I just folded it down, even left the tag in there, so it would still show, and I sewed it. I turned it to the inside, this little bitty thin strip of collar, and I just sewed that from here to here. So that holds that down. With the other sleeve, I cut it up and made my facing. So your facing is what gives you that nice smooth edge. So you put your facing down to the right side, make a seam all along what's going to be the top of your bag. Like I said, this one kind of got squared up. And then when you flip that, then you have a nice finished edge. You all know how facing works. And then I'll go in the inside and I'll just tack that facing down in a few spots on the inside so that it doesn't really show out here too much. You'd have to kind of be looking for it. Then I'll go back in and I'll sew the handles on. And I just washed it for her in some good smelling Gain, and I dried it with a Gain fabric softener. And it's not anything wearable anymore at this point, unless you're going to paint in it or something. But now it has a second life. Oh, and the other sleeve, I would either cut this up and put it in my compost. I could cut it way down, make a little medicine bag out of it with some, way to drawstring it. Or I can just put it out in my husband's collection of oil checking rags. So any whatever. As long as this part here gets a second life too, then that's good. Or goes back to the earth. But anyway, yeah, sew up any holes that you have. Just kind of tack those shut. And give your old t-shirt a new life. So yeah, just want to show that, guys. Okay, ta-ta.